Hello and welcome to Crooked House Gaming. Here at Crooked House Gaming, we like to explore the gameplay of simulation games, usually through a series of Let's Plays. This sounds like something that you're interested in. Be sure to hit that like button, and if you're new here, welcome, and be sure to hit that subscribe and notification button so you won't miss any future episodes. Today we're going to continue to explore the gameplay of the Tenants. The Tenants is presently in patch 1.0.3. Let's get into the gameplay. Elite contracts are unique jobs that will take you around the more grandiose properties of Wondersville. They feature an array of unique items that you won't be able to find anywhere else unless you play it dirty and decide to snatch a few of them for yourself by adding them to your player storage. You have a limited amount of time to accept these offers, so you have to act quick if you're down for something extra spicy. We got our first tenant, and her name is Cindy Ponce. We don't have enough landlord points to research her. We do have an option to take an elite contract. It would be at Lake 1. The payment would be $4,500. I am looking for someone who would be willing to come over and build a perfect cabin for the best cabin. Requirements: build a new cabin. Budget $12,050. We'll pay extra if the job is done in 6 days. The finishing guidelines is to focus on the prestige. They don't mind the first impressions. Let's accept that job and head on over to take our first elite contract at Lake 1. Here we are at Lake 1.
A landman. I bet your bum that there are no pirate interior designers. Eat that right. You'll have to do. Though I hope you've at least done your homework before you got here. What's that? You didn't know there was homework. I'll have to investigate the case with a few seagulls. These black-spotted beasts pilfer all me correspondence. Maybe I'll have to finally do as my nephew says and stop sending messages in bottles. Not blabbering. Get to work, landlubber.
So we have 7 days to complete this job. Let us begin cleaning. All right, Uncle Steve. Come up. What's this? We have a little card over here I cannot click on. Let us have Uncle Steve clean up that. Clean up these booty piles. All right, Uncle Steve, you can head on out. We can begin the renovation. Item placement. Item placement in the Tenants goes beyond making sure the given furniture can be reached. Some items have additional preferences as to where they should be placed. For example, fridges and sinks will have a lowered score due to not being positioned right next to a wall, while small decoration items will suffer a score penalty when placed on the floor instead of on a surface top. Make sure to hover the warning icons if you're unsure why a certain item has its scored lowered. On top of that, a good interior designer should consider items connections. Some items will receive bonus scores being placed in close proximity to other specified items. One example would be placing a towel rack next to a shower. Likewise, there are items that have negative connections with other furniture, which means that they should not be placed next to each other. The captain wants us to finish the floors in a hardwood. He wants us to focus on vintage and rustic. He does not want basic, zen, or modern. These pine panels are rustic. Let's put those down. He wants us to finish the walls in a brown. We'll do this rustic $40 wall. He wants us to do a captain's desk. We'll put the captain's desk over here. He wants a captain's chair. We will put that right behind the captain's desk. He wants a treasure map. We will put this vintage treasure map on the wall behind his desk. He wants boat decorations. We're going to use this $399 boat decoration. We'll put it right near the captain's desk. We will put this compass on his desk. We will give him a vintage spyglass right over here looking out this window. He wants a clock. We'll put a $1,000 clock over here across from his desk. He wants a wine rack. We will put the wine rack right near the door that leads to the barrels. He wants a barrel. We will give him the $499 modern barrel right next to the wine rack. And he wants wall decor. There are a lot of basic. We can't use any of these. We are gonna use this modern posh shiny plates. Give him blue plates right on the wall right there. The cabin is a C out of a B. We need to put some more things in here. We have this bar shelf that is provided by the client for this job, and we'll put this bar shelf over here underneath the heating unit. We have a vintage hourglass that was provided by the client. We will put that on the bar shelf. We will also move that compass over there onto the shelf. We have a rubber plant. We'll put that over here, sort of blocking the electrical box. The cabin is a C out of a B. We have this life in a boat poster. We will put that on this wall. We do have this $85 modern rug. We're gonna choose it in a red. We will put it right in the middle of the floor. We have a pig head and a set of antlers. We will put the pig head right next to the clock. We're going to move the wall map between the two portals, and we will put the antlers behind the desk. We have hunting trophies. The cabin is still a C out of a B. We're looking to put a gramophone down. This fortune teller's coffee table was provided by the client. We will put that underneath the plates, and we will get that gramophone out. We'll do it in a brown, and we'll put it right in the middle. And what's it saying? It needs to be near a fortune teller's armchair, fortune teller's sofa, wolf sofa. I don't see any of those things. Yeah, we don't have the options to put those down. We're gonna put these tarot cards, which are vintage and they're provided by the client, next to the gramophone. The captain's cabin is a prestige of a B out of a B. We have 5 days to still deliver the job. We are going to deliver the job now. Here comes the captain to look at the rug on the floor. He doesn't like the rug at all. He is looking at the telescope.
Your tenant needs your help. It seems that something has happened in their apartment. Check your text messages to learn the details.
We have unlocked new items for the captain's cabin contract. Complete this elite contract 3 times to unlock all items. Landlord points. Landlord points is a secondary currency that you can spend on various items, gifting, sabotaging, and services. You can obtain landlord points through the following scenarios: a successful end of a lease, tenants renovating requests, an elite contract job, using Uncle Steve to help tenants. Keep in mind that the quality of your services usually translates into the number of landlord points being granted. Darn, this looks pretty serious. In situations like this, you often have a few ways of dealing with the problem. I suggest solving the issue with my help to strengthen your relation with the client. DuPont says, hey you, believe it or not, but I got a bunch of roaches roaming around the apartment. What the heck? Could really use some assistance, boss. These ones look quite nasty. I will send my uncle in right away.
I'm in the apartment, waiting your orders. Those nasty bugs with a hefty dose of the anti-bug spray.
So the anti-bug spray, which I call the poisonous cloud, has killed all the bugs in the bedroom. We will spray the bathroom. Looks like it dealt with the roaches there. And we'll spray it in the kitchen/living room area. But it has not killed all the roaches. So we're gonna have to do another dose.
Now, that's what I call a job well done. Let's exit the apartment. The tenant should be thankful we helped them.
I'm gonna send Uncle Steve on out. Cindy Ponce says, thanks for helping me solve this problem. Babysitting jobs unlocked, a new type available in the jobs app. Take a look at that review we got from the captain. The captain at Lake 1 gave us 4 stars. Gets the job done. Might not show at first glance, but Smitty actually knows how to renovate. Required furnishings, we got 3 stars. Items have tags disliked by the client. The gramophone, which we had to use, and that was our only choice. Wine rack and large barrel. Selected pieces of furniture weren't too fashionable. Preferred furnishing. Items have tags disliked by client. Shiny plate wall decor. The shiny plate wall decor was modern. The floors, we got 5 stars, no issues. Walls, 5 stars, no issues. Prestige, this is the category they wanted us to focus on. We got 5 stars. First impression was a 2, but this category was ignored. We got a bonus of $900 for a total payout of $5,400. And we got a 10 in heart. We have to achieve a total job rating of 15. We have a total job rating of 4. That means that we need to take another job. We do have 7 landlord points. Let us see if we can research our tenant. We can. We are going to research Cindy Ponce. Research in order to learn more about given tenant's traits, likes and dislikes. You need to perform research. During this process, your character will allocate some time to try to find out what makes your renter tick. You can only perform 1 research action at a time, so choose your tenants of interest carefully. Let's take a job while the research is being done. This job by Wesley Wagner on Webster Street 200B. The payment will be $3,150. We will be renovating 1 room. Will paint in exchange for remodeling my painting studio. Requirements: build a new artist studio. Budget $7,100. Focus on the walls and the first impressions. They don't mind the prestige. Let's accept that job and head on over to renovate Webster Street 200B. Here we are at Webster Street 200B. Let's begin the cleaning. It looks like the studio is back here. We'll clean the graffiti off the wall, restore these photos. He will dispose of whatever that was that he failed to restore. He will clean up the pizza boxes and the pile of dirty laundry, and we will put the photos of Uncle Steve into player storage. All right, Uncle Steve, you can head on out. Now, it looks like this might have been a bathroom at some point. Tags. Tags are used to better categorize items based on the visual and functional aspects. Each item and material has at least one tag assigned to it, both in renovation jobs and while designing your own interiors. It's a good idea to consider the customer's preference. Clients as well as tenants may have both their preference tags and tags they despise. Keep in mind that you can always use tag filters to easily find the items you're looking for, or try clicking on the tag preference in the box in the renovating checklist. Always keep tab on the room style diagrams by going to the finalize menu or by holding down the alt key. If you need even more info yet, you can always click on the given room and inspect the detailed rundown of old tags. They like vintage. They do not like posh or basic. We have to be more careful this time because last time I really was not careful and I picked an item that had a tag that client disliked. Selling all of these things in their room. We want to start with a clean slate. We're going to put down this terracotta vintage floor. They want us to focus on the wall. We're going to do this contemporary Nubila wall. They want us to put in 2 easels. We will put 1 easel over here. We will put 1 easel over here. They want us to do a small table. We're going to do a contemporary table in a brown. Put that right in the middle of the room. They want a gramophone. We will put the $1,000 gramophone right in the middle of this table. They want a sculpting table. We'll put this sculpting table over here in this corner. I'm moving the table over here because the gramophone and the sculpting table both need electricity. They want a small plant, a small bonsai. Put that on the table next to the gramophone. They want a cabinet. We're going to put this modern cabinet between the 2 easels. They want a picture. We are going to give them this stripes modern picture right on this wall. And we will give them this contemporary Miami painting on this wall. They want fruit. We're going to give them this $29 contemporary fruit because the other 2 have tags that the client does not like. They want some paintings. Now, we do have enough money for this large painting, but I do not believe we have the space for the large painting. It's way too large. I don't even think it would fit on this wall. Yeah, it won't even fit on this wall. We can't put the one that is really expensive that they would probably love. We're going to move this painting that's behind the door over to this side. We're going to move the table over slightly. We are going to put this modern painting behind the door. And we need 1 more painting. We will put Winter River in right there. We need a chair. Poofs tend to confuse the client, but we will put a poof in. Poof chair wants to be near this table, so we'll put it right there. And perhaps the model can sit there and the artist can paint them from both easels. We will put a wall unit right here that will cover both areas. We will put another wall outlet over here so we could put a light up. Let us put in a lamp over this painting. And we will put a lamp on this side of the room so when they're doing their pottery, they can actually see what they're doing. We're going to put this contemporary wall clock over here in this corner. Should look at tags. So it looks like all we have is this contemporary vintage compass, which we could put on the table over here. Maybe they use that as a prop. Put this vintage cutlery on the cabinet over here. The artist studio is a B out of an A. They didn't ask us to focus on the prestige. They asked us to focus on the walls. We do have this key to the city that was provided by the client. It is vintage. It is unique. We could put it right here over this table. The artist studio is now an A out of an A. We have $1,818 remaining, but we're gonna deliver the job. We met all the requirements. Here comes the individual who has hired us. She's coming into the artist studio and she is looking at the compass on the table. She loves the compass because it's vintage. She's looking at the table. She loves this table. And she is looking at the modern art painting and she loves that as well. She is giving us a review of the overall design of the artist studio. She loves it. And she has left us a review. Let us go look at that review. Wesley Wagner at Webster Street 200B gave us 5 stars. It's better than I could have imagined. It's like Smitty replaced the door with a portal to a different world. Astonishing. Some extra cast for extra work. Required furnishing is 5 stars. Preferred furnishings is 5 stars. Floors 5 stars. Walls 5 stars. Prestige 5 stars. First impression 5 stars. We got a bonus of $630 for a total payout of $3,780. We have 9 out of the 15 total job ratings that we need to complete the task of new agent in town. We are still researching Cindy Ponce and the progress is at 75%. Let's go over to Boring Lane while we research Cindy Ponce. We're now at 85%. She got a tenant heart. Let's grab that. And it looks like she's trashing the place. We didn't put a trash can in here, but we cannot renovate while we have a tenant living in our flat. Research complete. Successfully uncovered one of your tenants likes shopping. We have unlocked small appliances, a set of basic kitchen appliances that every millennial is used to having around while cooking. We are gonna send in Uncle Steve to begin cleaning up this pile of clothing that Cindy Punch just threw on the floor because we don't want a repeat of the roaches in her house. Uncle Steve, you can head on out. We have a skill point for our skill tree. We are going to put 1 point in Uncle Steve tree, do medium jogger, increases Uncle Steve's walking speed by 10%. We will unlock that. I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you so much for stopping by our cricket house. If you like what you saw, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you want to follow Smitty on his journey to create his landlord empire. It really helps us out. Have a great week. See you soon.